Good morning, happy Sunday. It's very foggy outside at the moment, but it's not really fog. It's like the aftermath of all the bonfires and the fireworks and everything that were going off yesterday for sort of like a Halloween. And sadly for Poppy, that's my son's dog, it will all be happening again next week when it's Guy Fawkes night, bonfire night. If you don't know about it, it's to celebrate Guy Fawkes, who tried to blow up the Houses of Parliament in whenever ago, years back ago. Didn't succeed, but he's been celebrated ever since. Who knows why? We're British. You have your celebrations, we have ours. Well, first of all, what am I wearing? I'm wearing a very basic sweater that I crocheted, no pattern. I was using up some yarn I had that was in cones, and it was like, there's 4 colours, I think, if you can see. There's 4 colours in it. And I'll discuss this thought a little bit later on. First of all, I did do my crochet while I was on Saturday Night Live. And the unicorn blanket, well, it's not really a blanket because it's going to be stopping short any time now. It's just for a 4 or 5 year old child. It's just like a lap gown for her when she's watching the television, you know, where it gets a bit chilly in the winter. But she's mad about unicorns, so I saw this design on Etsy, and it had a unicorn applique, which I bought the pattern for. That was a paid for pattern. This is just, anybody knows how to make a granny square larger, don't they? And that's what this is. So no, I'm not going into the realms of making blankets, so you can all stop panicking. My necklace today is a wooden one. Look, it's got a little giraffe on it, if you can see. You know me, I do love my unusual neckwear. Now the first 2 things I'm going to show you, I may have already shown you, but I'm a little brain dead, so I can't remember. There's booklets. It's from the Big and Little Crochet. It's booklets 10 and 11. As usual, I got them from Etsy second hand. Yeah? Not Etsy, sorry, I beg your pardon. I'm going to have to learn how to edit these videos, and I can write across the bottom saying eBay, not Etsy. Yeah. So I may have shown you them before. If I do apologise. But you know what my brain power is like these days. That of a flea. That is a pink bobble hat. Well, that's what it's like. It's really like a zebra, really, isn't it? Black and white with a pink pom. Don't know why that reminds me of a zebra, but it does. Big chain link necklace. Fingerless gloves, which are always useful, especially for me because I've got very cold hands and I have trouble with my wrists, so I wear a lot of fingerless gloves. Colourful leg warmers. I like them, but I wouldn't wear them underneath my feet. I would wear them just where the boots stop. You know, I only wear ankle boots because I've got fat legs. So my fat legs don't incorporate having tall boots. The only ones I can wear that are tall are my Doc Martens, which I adore. But they're the only ones that are wide enough to go up my legs. That's the problem that you have when you're a large lady. You go in the large lady stores and they seem to imagine that even though you've got a large body, you've got little slim legs. It doesn't always work that way, people. That's a market bag, which I have yet to make. Any market bags. I think we've got Kelly on the job of that. Flower drop earrings. I got some beautiful yarn the other day, as you know, from Ice Yarns, but it's turned out to be rather stiff. So we had a confab, as we always do, Kelly and I, and we decided it'd be more for a bag because it's quite sturdy. That's a lace and fan wrap. This is book 10 I'm looking at, by the way. I don't know when they came out. I never saw them when they came out. It must have been a whole series. Perhaps you had to subscribe to them, I don't know. That's a cute makeup pouch or a little bag for a child or something. think that's your throw. Just doing hexagonals, yeah. So this one was book 10, which was called Awesome Accessories. Book 11 is called Beautiful Bathrooms. I'm sure I haven't shown you this one. That's what it's like on the front cover. I can't remember when these come. I found them the other day. That's a string wash mitt. They're quite useful. I made some a couple of years back out of, you know, the harsh handicraft cotton. But I made them in the shape of a mitten, you know, with a thumb. And I put them with some beautiful sort of handmade scented soap as little gifts, you know, for under the Christmas tree. That's a towel edging. You know, washcloths and nice soap are a really nice little gift if you want to make a little gift for someone you don't want to spend £100 on, you know. But if you get really nice handcrafted soaps and that, they do look so nice when you put them with a couple of washcloths. Or a bath mitten. Practical basket. I mean, these are all things that you could do for Christmas, like making a little basket up and putting in the washcloth and the, you know, maybe some shower gel or something like that. You know, instead of going out and buying these expensive gift things which are beautiful, but they cost 10 times as much as if you went into the shop and bought things individually. That's a fish bath mat. I mean, with my family, I always say that to them, don't buy me gift sets. Just buy me the normal, everyday shampoo, body wash, stuff like that. I'd rather have that. Because if it's a gift set and it's looking very, very pretty, I never want to rip it open and use it, you know. And also, there's always things in that I can't use. But I would prefer, like, shampoo, conditioner and shower gel, yeah. Suits me, plain girl. Ombre cushion, although quite why you would use one of those in a bathroom, I don't know. Depends how big your bathroom is, I suppose, doesn't it? I'm not the kind of person who has a big enough bathroom to swing a cat in. Not that I would swing a cat, because it's very obnoxious. But you know what I mean, just a saying, isn't it? That's a bathroom hanging tidy. Yeah, in my bathroom you can run the shower, clean your teeth and sit on the toilet all at the same time. That's how large it is. I think people in RVs have probably got a bigger one. That's a pig tissue cover. But as my mother would have said, it's big enough to do what you have to do. So be grateful you've got running water. She was brought up in the days of having a pump outside. She lived on a farm and they didn't have running water for such a long time. That's a rag rug or whatever you want to call it. I don't think it's a rag rug, I think it's just a rug. Yeah, she was brought up when hot water was a luxury, if you know what I'm saying. So, didn't do her any harm, as she kept telling me, because she lived till she was nearly, well, I think she was 90 something when she died. Terrible, isn't it? I've only got one mother and I can't remember. Right, this one you know I do not do amigurumis and I can't stand making them, but I fell in love with this book. It's called Fat Fabulous Ladies. It's by Anya Toonan. I probably will never make anything out of the book, but I'd seen it on Amazon and it was like about £18. So I saw this one second hand on eBay, so I thought, that's for me. Even though I probably will never make anything out of it. But I just love them. Basic instructions for the fat ladies. I just love the fact they're on the beach and they're everywhere. That's coffee time. They're sitting on a sofa. I just really love. That's just the armchair. You can make just the armchair. You put your Sydney doll on it, couldn't you? If you're that way inclined. That's a bigger sofa, 3-seater. But you can get 3 fat ladies on. That's the little dogs. There's the little chihuahua and everything. I don't think, you know, Gigi would appreciate me making him a chihuahua. He'd probably eat it. There it is, isn't it sweet? Little chihuahua. Again, I like looking at them. I like seeing them. These remind me of the postcards you used to get at the seaside. I don't know whether you have them in the US, but we have these caricature postcards when you go to the seaside that you send to your friends. I mean, a lot of it's died down now because people don't post postcards. It was when there was no such thing as telephones and that. You used to send a postcard saying, wish you were here, or glad you're not here, it's raining. You know, stuff like that. Day at the beach. Yeah, it was quite the done thing. The first thing you did when you got there was buy all your postcards, buy all your stamps and find the post office, yeah. Air mattresses. And if you were lucky, you know, you hadn't got home before the postcard had arrived. Especially if you were posting them from, you know, abroad. If you went on holiday abroad, you got back home before the postcard arrived. It was half the fun. Swim ring and cocktail. So as you know, I think this book is absolutely fabulous, but I won't be making any, I don't think. There's ballerinas. So, it's called Fat Fabulous Ladies and it's by Anya Toonan, if you can read it at the bottom. Anya Toonan. Right. Well, I've been chatting to Kelly this morning. I think she fell asleep last night, although I forgot to ask her. She just disappeared. But I was like falling asleep, so I had to just disappear in the end. And we chat as we normally do, because I'd spent the morning doing Etsy browsing. Oh, she's going to back into the... You're going to back into the tripod, darling. Can't show you Poppy, because I would have to show you all my horrible house. Maybe I can show you here now. She's here. No, she's walking away. Wait a moment. No, she's walked away. She's very camera shy, is our Poppy. Right, we were talking this morning, and as you know, we're sort of all fired up about our shop, you know, the Lancashire Crafty Lasses. Sorry to keep plugging it, but we're at that stage where we need to get exposure, if you know what I mean. I don't mean us taking our clothes off, I mean shop exposure. And we were thinking of different ways of which ways to go. And you know, I'm really averse to doing anything like to do with tutorials, but Kelly is a pattern writer. She does write some patterns up. So we were discussing the fact that, you know, she could do a very basic tutorial, not like the full tutorial, but just showing you the pointers. And if you liked where she was heading, you know, to buy the pattern and be able to do it yourself with the like kind of instructions that she's going to give you. And you know, people have always remarked on how I do things, how I alter things, how I introduce different colours and how they don't know how to do it. And I just wondered what your ideas were about the thoughts of us making maybe tutorials on showing how we colour combine, or how you can change a pattern to suit yourself. You know, you can take a very basic pattern, which, you know, we could sort of show you the ways how to draft one of those out and do a pattern that you can buy. But how we would alter them by using different yarns, combining different yarns. As you know, my sort of forte is that I will do a shawl, or I will do a scarf or a neck warmer, and I will use a variety of different yarns, some eyelash, some fancy, some plain, fringe it, you know, put buttons on it and do things like that. And I just wondered if that would be one of your interests, of what you would like us to show you how to do. Well, when I say show you how to do, I mean not a tutorial that you would follow all the way through, just pointers, yeah, pointers on how to do it. And if we give you the idea and then you buy the pattern, then you can, you know, customise it to suit yourself, yeah. We were thinking of staying with quite simple shapes, like this sweater's quite a simple shape. I made this without a pattern. I just put some colours together and wound a few together and saw what went or what I thought went together. And then I just got a hook and set off, you know, because you know me, no patterns, no anything, just set off and do it. And I was quite pleased with them. I've not really worn them because actually they're quite a warm sweater, as you can probably see. I've got one in purples and golds and everything as well. Because I bought lots of machine combs at one stage and haven't really used them on my knitting machine. And I didn't really think that if I was, you know, we were doing a shop as such, that it would be handcrafted items, which kind of machine knitting. I know you're pushing the machine across, but it isn't really classed in everybody's eyes as handmade, yeah. It's a thought that I may do in the future, you know, if anybody wants the very fine things making. That's a thought for the future, but not right now because it's winter. People are cold. Well, it's not winter technically, it's autumn, but it's cold. So I was thinking of, like, we were just discussing things this morning, as we do. We normally have a little chat backwards and forwards on Facebook, you know. Saves the phone bill if we chat on Facebook. And, you know, deciding which way we were going to diversify, let's just say, and head. Oh, that's the pub down the bottom throwing all their empty glasses into the recycle. We appreciate that, like, although we are obviously in the business of selling our crocheted and knitted items, that a lot of people who are following us are our crochet buddies that are just interested in what we're making but not in actually purchasing it. So we're trying to do things that you might be interested in, if that's the type of crocheter you are, that you want to do it yourself. And also to give us some ideas maybe of what you would like to see in our shop if you were in the market for buying anything. And please, not blankets or doilies or anything like that. I'm talking about garments, hats, cowls, shawls, things like that. Wearables, let's just say. I mean, I personally don't mind doing baby items, but I did find that they didn't sell. Maybe it was the colours I chose, maybe it was the style I chose. But as we get further along, I will be completely reducing all the baby items I have got left, because I just want them out of the way, yeah. But they will be one-offs. You know, if you are thinking of, like, if I wanted to make children's things, baby things, I'm quite open to that. But, like, maybe in darker colours, maybe in stripes, maybe in other styles that I haven't thought about, because I'm old-fashioned, you know. I like my little babies dressed in white and frilly and everything like that, but modern mothers don't, yeah. They just don't. So that's another avenue that we're exploring, yeah. So I hope I haven't bored you today, chatting about what's in my head, you know. Kelly's the same, we've just got brains churning with ideas of what we can do, ideas of where to go next. It's quite an exciting venture for us. I mean, it may not be for you yourselves while you're watching me, but it's exciting for us to, you know, think that this is a potential for being a big business for us. I mean, it's very slow moving at the moment, but we did expect that, we did. You don't get sort of boom overnight, do you? And I'm not sure we could cope with it if we got boom overnight, you know. We prefer a slow, steady trickle. So I'm just batting it forward what you think and what your ideas, what you would think about us kind of designing something basic where you could purchase the pattern. And they won't be like $8 like some people's patterns. And have some tips, like videos which are like tips on how to start or how to carry on or how to use different yarns, how to use different colours, you know, things like that, rather than just do a tutorial saying this is what you do, you buy this yarn, you use this hook, and we're making it in this size, and then you say, oh well, I want it in that size, I want it in this size, I want my sleeves now, I want my... You know, we would rather just give you like the basic ideas so that you can customise it yourselves, that you can make it larger, you can make it smaller, you can have a wider neck, a lower neck, a round neck, whatever. You know, it's just to give you sort of like a blueprint, let's just say, for you to be the designer. Wouldn't that be nice? when you can say to your friends, oh yes, I designed it myself. It's quite a little feather in your cap, isn't it? When you can say, oh yes, yes, I had a little hint. You know, if you go and buy Kelly's pattern, I had a little hint, but then I did use the colour myself, use the style myself, use the yarn myself, and do it all myself. So that's all I've got to say. At the moment I'm waiting for my son and daughter-in-law to come and pick up my little furry granddaughter. She was very alarmed last night with all these fireworks. It's not good for animals, is it? I don't mind the nice whoosh ones, the pretty ones. But round here they seem to go for the cannons that frighten me because they go whoosh out of the blue, you know, and they just... I mean, she was hiding in the hallway because it was dark. She was hiding in my downstairs toilet because it was dark. I even offered her a big chew bone and she wouldn't eat it until all the fireworks stopped. She was just so terrified. I mean, she wasn't visibly shaking or anything like that, but you could tell she was bothered. She was pacing about and everything. And I was trying to console her, but she wouldn't be consoled. And we're going to go through it all again next week with Guy Fawkes Night. And I can tell you, I am not looking forward to it again. Because it'll be another Saturday Night Live with boom, bangs and whooshoos all over the place. If I could, I'd sit out on the... No, I wouldn't. Sit out on the balcony. Balcony? I haven't got a balcony. On the decking. Because it's too cold. And it's rather cold at the moment because Poppy has been sitting with the door open because she likes to hang her head outside. And I've also chosen this moment because the church bells have stopped. I know you like the church bells, but when they go on for about an hour, it gets a little wearing, you know. Doing a video with them going on and on and on and on and on, yeah. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to go. So don't forget to leave me in the comments what you think you would like the way our shop to go. Because we're very embryonic at the moment and we're very open to some suggestions. But please no amigurumis. Please no. None of us, neither of us like making those. And so I shall bid you farewell. And I think I have a very naughty order coming from Lolly's later in the week. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell Kelly. Because she's the one who has to put it all away. So don't tell Kelly. And I promise I'll try and crochet quicker and use up more of my stash. So farewell for now. Bye now.